I don't know. I feel like Delteros picking any song is probably reason to ban it. Opting for the default Corrin skin, which is rare, and also is just going to have me confused because now these characters look the same. Little getting things off to a good start, although Corrin finding the landing aerials that they want. Already answering back quite handily, although finishing with that back air will leave Little with stage control and almost getting a kill off that situation. That could have definitely been a down air, although getting the sour spot, which sent Delteros behind Little. And the up tilt kill mad early. I don't understand that move. Like, I don't understand why. I mean, A, I just didn't think it would kill that early, and B, ooh, and that should be a dead Samus. It isn't a dead Samus. I underestimate this character's recovery as well. I underestimate everything about this character. But yeah, why does up tilt kill that early? Does Samus need it? Probably not. And down air. So, I'm starting to see why maybe this was a 2-0 last time. But to be fair, obviously, matchup-wise, this is probably one of Corrin's worst. And Corrin is obviously a really good character, potentially better than Samus, but is, you know, also a swordy that often loses to characters that have more range than them, i.e. projectile characters. And Samus is just a good and well-rounded character. Of course, though, one of Samus's key weaknesses is that some characters can juggle her. Emphasis on some, and that's the character's only weakness. But as it happens, Corrin is probably one of the characters that can juggle her. And because up air is huge and it frame traps, it kind of ignores bombs, so you don't have to worry about that. But normally it's kind of makes me groan when Samus players say, oh, but you can juggle Samus, because most characters can't. This, however, is a matchup where Samus is juggleable. And going for the... I remember seeing last week Little going for a lot of those like reversal forward airs. Ill-advised there, because that potentially, like, it's a very easy one to tech, and it's probably not worth sacrificing your stock for, and that should be a dead Corrin. Little just going off to make sure, though. And I was a bit worried for Little there. Just, I felt like, I don't know, sacrificing a stock that early for no reason. That could have been bad against a character like Corrin, who can snowball pretty quickly. But that'll be game one going to Little, and Delteros counter-picking to Hollow Bastion probably makes more sense. Were they on... what are they on? I think it's small battlefield, not regular battlefield. But regardless, either of the battlefields, they have those side platforms for Samus to charge under. Having the platform center stage is... it's also... I think it's probably good for Corrin to have like that big platform. Like, Corrin just plays well off platforms. Like, Corrin standing on a platform is very threatening because, you know, drop-down aerials, as we've just seen. It's very hard to contest. It just gives Corrin, like, even quicker aerials, and, like, the aerials are already broken. And it can feel pretty hard to, like, challenge Corrin on that, like, center platform. Sometimes it's even got, like, weird interactions where, like, Pin can, like, hit you whilst she's, like, on the platform, but then it, like, pops her up. Yeah. That was a gnarly gimmer there. That was like a really... Oh, I guess it has a massive hitbox, and that's kind of the point of the tech. But that was like a... It didn't look like Corrin was anywhere near Samus, and still managed to first soul off her. Delteros doing what Corrins do best, which is spamming aerials in the corner. I think that Ned could have confirmed into back air, although Delteros accidentally buffing it out of short hop and will lose that stock to that Anstey early up B onto stage. Samus doesn't even need to be in like the position to cover that. You know, forward air, nair, both cover that handily. And that's an Ed Corrin. I didn't see what happened there. Who's ready for another game of Samus on stream? Or another set of Samus, I should say. Not that this is undoable for Corrin. Corrin can... I was going to say, I don't know if I'd call them like a character who makes comebacks. They're just a character who wins. Like, they can just win. Even if, like, comeback or not, they could just, like, I don't know. They definitely can make comebacks, to be fair, now that I'm thinking about it. And it's not that they have a comeback mechanic, they just kill stupidly early. And have a lot of broken moves. And speaking of killing stupidly early, that wasn't like stupidly early. I mean, it was 103 after the hit on heavyweight, so pretty early for what that move does. Delteros definitely not out of it, especially now, not with the stocks even. Even with the lead that Little has, Corrin can recoup that very easily, or rather easily, and can kill well as well. So definitely not out of it. Getting closer to the point where you have to be worried about more of Samus's kill moves, although not just yet. Little still trying to find Rees with smash attacks rather than kind of getting killed with, like, you know, not late enough yet to get like back, up throw kills and dash attack kills. Holding down past ledge, ill-advised and nearly going, yep, you got nared back air. And yep, I guess, yeah. There we go, Corrin can win. I said it, and it happened. And both stocks were lost to back air at ledge, because that's how you win as this character. Now that is on, we're on 1-1, it's essentially back to a best of 3 now. Now Little has the advantage when it comes to picking stage, and stages could, I don't know that the stage was like super important there. I guess they're like, you know, there are instances of Corrin just kind of getting stand on center platform and drop down with aerials. But regardless, we have gone back to the previous stage that Little won on, which was Small Battlefield. And it's definitely a good Samus stage, obviously, so understandable that he would find his way back here. And just using that like up B to just like cover the center space. Like you're charging under the platforms and then you like run into the middle, Corrin tries to jump in, you just up B them because this character jumps a lot. We love charging under platforms. That is what this character does, and Delteros needs to find a way in. Obviously, Corrin isn't, you know, a character has like good approach options. So like obviously forcing Corrin to approach is a good way of fighting them. And Samus has a very good way of forcing approaches in charge zone. So Delteros once again looking for that reverse nair to get that back air. Probably would kill at this point, but would put in a very unfavorable position. And Little is already, to be fair, at the percentage where like pin and back air in the corner do kill. Little setting up the first ledge trap situation there, and that's, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes Corrin just pinning the platform. If you're a tall character and you're standing under the platform, you still get hit. Just lifting the up throw, Corrin a surprisingly heavy character compared to most other swordies, or at least most other like Fire Emblem swordies aside from Ike. And Little getting the first stock, obviously pretty big deal because you could already force Corrin to approach pretty handily, and now you have the stock lead, so there's even more pressure for Corrin to approach. Little trying to capitalize off that situation. Unfortunately, missing the down air, getting himself into a ledge trap situation, and promptly dying to the classic insta-pin at ledge. Delteros just taking him in to stand on the platform, which, you know, you can do, but that doesn't change your situation. There is still a Samus charging a charge shot under a platform. Deal with it. This ledge trap situation could spell a lot of damage, already getting a charge shot combo, taking Delteros to 80. Going off for the charge shot, I like that idea. And, I mean, it worked out in the end. We see, like, it seems like a lot of the times Little's ran off stage, with the exception of, like, killing with down air at, like, 0. Most of the time it's just led to him kind of ending up putting himself in a ledge trap situation, but that one ultimately worked out, and he is now once again in the driver's seat with the stock lead, and can once again charge shot under a platform. Looking for, that was a very close pin, to be fair, and you have to be careful. Like, you can't just like lazily like kind of drift around that area against Corrin, because they can just jump out and pin you, and it does kill. And a regrab will go unpunished. Delteros not in the position to like hit that insta pin, and Little managing to get backstage, and that I actually don't think that. I think with DI that could have lived. Like that's. I know that was in the corner, but that's still like a very DI-able move, and Samus is quite heavy. It's just hard to know like whether it's gonna, like when you're in the corner, it's hard to know whether you need to hold in or like down and out, because you don't know whether it's gonna like send you off the top or, you know, to the side. But that's big, because once again, as we've seen last game, you know, Delteros could very much win with these deficits, and Little has been like killing it like pretty moderate percents. Like, he's not been like finding super early stocks, and in the corner I'm pretty sure we've seen Joel find, and that could have been a pin. And you know, Joel often does just like go for like super deep back airs, and so it's clearly doable in this matchup. Samus wants to like drift that far out, although Delteros there taking the spacesuit boot to the head, and will be dying to the back air. And we're back to Hollow Bastion, so understandable. It seems to, well, I mean, obviously Delteros won on the last match that was on Hollow Bastion, and like I said, I don't think the stage came into play massively, but regardless, I guess compared to like last game with how much Little did, like standing under the side platforms, charging charge shot, just kind of getting that off the table is pretty nice. And already opening with a nice 58% combo, nearly finding a stun into a pin, which I don't think would have killed, but would have certainly sent the fear of God into Little. And Avery's advantage state, or Delteros' advantage state, is over now, and Little managing to tack some damage on himself, although I was going to say finding himself in the corner, but managing to fight his way back to stage with that tether grab cancel to forward air. Up tilt, like again, Corrin was like 75 after the hit of that up tilt, and it's still sent like really far off stage. It's a kind of crazy move. I didn't realize it was that good. And although Delteros finding the pin 2 frame, the first of the set, I believe, to take the first stock, which is a very big deal, and now we'll be wanting to get as much extra credit as possible, which, with how Little's been performing, Delteros could definitely hope to like stay alive for like a few more hits, even living that reverse down smash across stage. And bear in mind, even just like one hit as Corrin could lead into like very good damage. That was only a 2 hit there, but... And that will finally be a dead Corrin to the screw attack. I couldn't remember what it's called for a second. And unfortunately, or I guess fortunately for Little, those close range nairs on shield are punishable with the up B. I'm pretty sure nair... I know like forward air's like -4 with proper spacing and everything, and I would be surprised if nair's around the same, so like with suboptimal spacing obviously definitely punishable with a frame 4 at a shield option. Little setting up a ledge trap situation now, which have been proving pretty handy for him. He's been getting a good amount of damage, just keeping Delteros in the corner. Dying to down tilt up air. Again, I think that could have been lived. I know Hollow Bastion has like a surprisingly low ceiling, because it looks like it's way higher than it is, but apparently it's actually quite like surprisingly low, which I didn't realize for ages. But like that definitely could have been livable. Like you can like really heavily DI Corrin up air. Obviously it gets to the point where it does just kill, but that looked like that was a potentially deliberate grab release, trying to find like a forward air off of that. Ooh, Corrin has like a pretty decent amount of drift on that up B, and just about managed to find her way into the sour spot of the that Samus down smash. Little, and is that dead? Oh, yeah. Once again, Holy Bastion surprisingly not got a very high ceiling. And at this percentage, at this part of the stage, this is kill percent for Corrin, so Little is going to have to play pretty well. Already getting Delteros in the corner, which is a good start. But Delteros setting up a pretty lengthy ledge trap themselves, and that pin kick almost killing across stage, which obviously is very DI-able, like at that range, but that's one of those situations where I didn't think it was going to be a ledge grab, like a re-grab, but sometimes it just is. Oh, like, I don't know, sometimes I don't understand what does and doesn't count as a re-grab. And this is big, just that back throw at this percentage is big, because that could have been a lot of percentage, although Delteros managing to roll back to the stage, get a grab. The next one, I was going to say the next one might kill, although the next one definitely should kill, because even staled, oof, that could have been a forward pin kick, although Delteros going backwards, and that should have been an easy pin, and feels like Delteros is really struggling to find this kill under the pressure, and just not. I think she had her jump, and I think she... Did you just not use your jump? You didn't have it? Oh, I didn't see. Okay. I feel like Corrin still could have recovered there if she like backhand or something.
Oh well, that's how it goes.
I mean, it's, you say that, but like, it's sometimes just doing it instantly you get that like, bad.